Yeah, like how do you write a sketch?
Okay, so if I were to teach someone how to write a sketch in like 5 minutes, it starts with this thing called universal truth. So all comedy is based off truth.
Okay, there's a science to this. All right, start over. Okay.
So you have to write the universal truth. So universal truth usually is something that everyone knows. It's called a trope. Because if it's too niche, you're gonna lose your audience, right? So that's why a lot of them are like, you guys know how like people that drive Beamers like suck.
It has relatability.
Relatability. So you have to start with the universal truth, but the universal truth has to be packed with a little bit of insight or irony. So it's something that everyone knows, but because of your observation, it takes it up one step, a little bit, so that people usually, if they're not laughing at the first line, which is the setup or the truth, it's no good.
Because they're like, oh, that's true. Like I never thought about that.
Yeah. So they laugh first. And so when you have to do that, and that would be considered like the setup. And that, if you're writing a skit, that's what the whole skit is about. So do you have any favorite like Dave Chappelle or like Key and Peele skits at all?
All my Dave Chappelle favorite ones are the ones that like are the most like ridiculous, like just radical stuff that he's done.
Okay, do you remember one of the first Key and Peele skits that like went crazy viral, and then it's them meeting, and then they're like, he was saying like how his wife told him something, and then he goes, and then I said, bitch. You remember that one?
Yeah.
So that one,
did Key and Peele do the one where like Obama meets each person and like when he goes like the white people, no, the white people like shakes like this.
Yeah.
And, no, you've seen that one? Is that Key and Peele? I don't think it was. Anyway, ignore what I said.
Yeah. Anyway, like let's say let me see. There's so like let's say the one that the Key and Peele one where they go like, I said, bitch. So the theme of that would be, or the universal truth of that would be, guys are way braver when their wives are gone. Right. So for that, when you write a script like that, you're like, okay, hey, that's a universal truth. I noticed that people, they act way tougher. So now that you have universal truth, now you have these things called heightening devices. So heightening devices is, how do I make this come to life and have each one go higher and higher and higher?
How is there so much depth to comedy, dude?
There is.
I'm just like, think of funny shit to say.
And there's like over 40, because it's an art form.
Yeah.
There's over 40 heightening devices. So you can fast forward in time. There's one called like, if this, then what? And then there's just so many. And then so for them, they decided to choose more and more obscure locations. So in the beginning, it was like they meet at the door, the wives leave, like, and then I told her, I said, bitch. And then so the next one, they go into like the attic or whatever, because then they're like extra scared. And then the final beat in that script, they're in space. And then they're still saying like how brave they were. So that's their heightening device. So yeah, that's how you would write like that's how you would write like a funny sketch. So you have to start with universal truth. Then, and then there's a bunch of like other stuff called like you hear in stand-up where it's a callback.
Yeah.
Where they like something like in the act 3 of their stand-up, they call back.
Yeah, they reference something.
There's also something called like a turn where logically it's going this direction and all of a sudden it ends this way. So yeah, there's all these like techniques, if you will, in comedy.
Huh.
Yeah.
And why do you think people that write comedy aren't the people? Do you I guess it's kind of like they're songwriters for like maybe Drake's song that you like love. You're like, oh, Drake didn't write that. And everyone's like, if you don't write it, it's like some people, their expertise is not the deliverance of
it's a way different art form. So I would say in terms of like comedy, I think I'm a much better writer than I am a performer.
What is going on, guys? I am Max Tuning, your host. I hope you enjoyed this little clip. If you want to see the full, magical, lovely episode, just click the link down in the description or search Don't Be Sour on your favorite podcast streaming service. And remember, thank you for tuning in.